On this episode, we're hanging out at Hurley's, Cayman's premier grocery store, where we'll be cooking up mouth-watering breakfast dishes that you'll definitely want to try at home.
You are definitely hitting it out of the park.
Not just because they taste good,
There's so much goodness going on in here, I don't even know how to break this down.
but because they're good for you.
I'm here with Nelson, the head chef for Hurley's. Nelson, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too, Litka.
Thank you. So breakfast, the most important meal of the day. So it's important that we get it right. How do we make a good breakfast and still get out the door on time?
I've got a couple quick and easy recipes for you that you can do with the family, or if you're in a rush and you're running late for work, then you can just quickly throw together and get out the door and on your way.
Oh, that's excellent, because we all know how I am with time. Well, I'm definitely excited, but before we get started, just reminding you, I'm a vegetarian who strictly avoids gluten and dairy. So what options do you have for me today?
Well, that's perfect. I've actually got 3 great recipes for you today where we're going to feature some gluten-free products. Number 1 is we're going to make you some pancakes.
Oh, excellent.
Berries are readily available this time of year. It's summer, so we're going to use some fresh strawberries in there and a little bit of maple syrup. The other one is an ackee, and instead of saltfish, we're going to use green banana.
Ackee without the saltfish.
And the third one is actually an on-the-go, oh my god, I'm late for work, which is just going to be a toast with a nice chickpea coconut spread and fresh avocado.
Well, I'm always late, so that's music to my ears. Well, let's get started.
All right, so first we're going to start with the pancakes. What you need to make this is almond milk, fresh lemon juice, some applesauce, Bob's gluten-free flour, maple syrup, baking soda, baking powder, fresh berries, a little bit of salt, and just a touch of cinnamon. So now, to make your pancakes, the first thing that you're going to need to do is add your lemon juice to your almond milk. Just give it a little stir. We're going to let that sit for a little bit. That's going to make our buttermilk.
Okay.
Now in the meantime, we're going to get our dry ingredients together. So our sifted Bob's flour, our baking powder, baking soda, a pinch of salt, and a little shake of cinnamon. Now we're going to whisk these ingredients together. Once our buttermilk has been made, we're simply going to add that.
People think that using almond milk, because it's a different consistency of cow's milk, is going to mess up your recipe. Is that true?
It's actually not true. It's a little less viscous than milk. You can also substitute coconut milk, which also has the same body as regular milk. But using a little bit less than the recipe calls for, you're playing it safe. You can't really take out what you put into a recipe. You can always add more. So here, we've got our applesauce. Now again, because this is the substitute for egg, we're only going to use a little bit in there. It calls for about a 1/4 cup per egg whenever you're substituting.
Okay.
Now simply we're just going to mix this together like you would a regular pancake mix. And after this sits for a little while, it's going to thicken up. In the meantime, we're going to cut our berries.
Okay.
So we'll get our strawberries all cut, or you can even use raspberries if you want to use fresh blueberries or even blackberries. In this case, we're going to use the strawberries. So it looks like a traditional pancake mix. We're ready to go. So after you've chopped your strawberries, you're simply going to fold them into the batter. You don't really want to whisk these in here, or you'll really mash up the strawberries and end up with a mess. Now we're ready to cook. Okay, now cooking gluten-free pancakes, it's the same procedure as cooking regular pancakes. You essentially want to get your batter into a nice hot pan, and as soon as you start seeing the bubbles, then we can flip it. So here we're going to put a little bit of coconut oil in your pan. Get that nice and coated. And now, we're going to add our pancake mixture. So just enough to cover the bottom of the pan. Really just let that set. In about a minute to 90 seconds, you'll be ready to flip your pancake. Just get right in there, give it a little wiggle, get under, and there's your pancake. All right, now about another 30 to 60 seconds, that should all be done. We're gonna put some fresh fruit on top, a little bit of maple syrup, which I hear is your favorite, and you'll be ready to go. All right, so our pancake's done. And like I said, just gonna serve this up for you. Little fresh strawberries. I already have a little bit of maple syrup on there already for you, so you're already good to go. Get some of that fresh strawberry juice on there. And then we're just gonna finish it with a little bit of fresh maple syrup.
This looks so nice. Now see, this is a reason I would wake up in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm not a morning person, but I'd wake up for this. Ooh, let's try this. I'm excited.
Who doesn't like pancakes?
Who doesn't like pancakes?
It's pretty good, huh?
Melts in your mouth good. This is goals for pancake. This is pancake goals, y'all. Really try this. This is absolutely delicious. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So what's next?
So now we're going to be doing ackee sans the saltfish.
Ackee without the saltfish. I know my Caribbean peeps are not gonna like that.
They're not at all, but I kept it classic with a local dish. So we're going to be using green banana instead.
Okay, I see you cut up the green banana.
I did cut up the green banana. I know that's not a traditional thing, but I figured if we're mocking saltfish, then it might be best to kind of keep it about the same size so that your guests might not even notice that it's missing.
Okay, we'll see.
So in order to do this, you're going to need a lot of the traditional ingredients with ackee and saltfish, with the exception of substitution. So we're going to have onion, we're going to have our bell peppers, tomatoes, a little bit of scallion, and obviously some fresh thyme.
Okay.
We're going to use coconut oil in the cooking process, and we've also got our ackees. Now because I don't have fresh local ones available, we do have to use the can. But in order to get a really good ackee product, you have to drain them. The longer they drain, the better product you're going to get.
I'm okay with the canned ackee because I know the ingredients is literally just ackee and water and salt. So
It's
the can
just
is
a
fine
brined
when
ackee.
we're not in season. Okay.
It's a great product. All right, so you want to get your pan nice and hot. Again, we're going to use coconut oil. When you see smoke, you know your pan's ready. It doesn't mean that anything's wrong or anything's burning. It just means you got a nice hot pan. So we're going to saute our onion, a little bit of our peppers. I love thyme, so what I like to do when I'm cooking with it, it's a hard herb, so it's really going to translate through the dish the earlier that you can get it in.
Okay, is that local thyme?
This is local grown thyme. So let's not be shy, we're going to put it all right in.
Oh, excellent.
We're even going to put some of the scallion in.
Some nice sea salt.
Some nice Cayman sea salt. Some fresh cracked pepper. And now that we're cooking, don't be afraid to crank your flame up on it.
Okay.
To make this nice and quick. All right, now our onions and our peppers are breaking down. We're going to hit it with a little bit of tomato. And the nice part about that is when they start to cook, some of the moisture is really going to come out of them. Now our green bananas have already been cooked.
Oh, they are cooked?
They are cooked.
Okay.
You don't want to add these in raw. It saves you so much time and the step at the end. So now we're going to add our green banana right in there. So now that all our ingredients are cooking a bit, we're going to add the ackee and we're going to lower the heat.
Okay.
So now your ackee is a very gentle product, so it's not something that you want to be rough with. So a little bit of citrus helps. It's one of those things if you're cutting out salt, lemon's a great substitute because your tongue notices it just like it would sodium. So it really wakes up your palate.
Okay.
The other thing it's going to do is put a little bit of moisture in the pan and help to glaze some of those flavors right back into the entire dish. We're going to fold, so we really don't beat our ackees up. There you go.
Goodness. This is ackee without the saltfish, but substituted with green banana that you cut up to look like saltfish. Let's see how this tastes. Well, off the bat, I love how chunky the ackee kept. Even though it's canned ackee, it still kept its form. So.
Now, if you like spice like I like spice, you could also throw some Scotch bonnet in there.
Oh yes. Hold on, y'all.
There's so much goodness going on in here. I don't even know how to break this down.
And you don't even miss the saltfish, do you?
No, of course not.
Oh my goodness, I would definitely look forward to breakfast, look forward to waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning to eat this.
Sunday home brunch day.
Or, yeah.
Glass of champagne. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. And this didn't take long at all. I mean, maybe 7-8 minutes tops for a good meal. You can even save some for lunchtime if you have leftovers, but you probably wouldn't.
ridiculously good. Love this, y'all.
We're on the last meal.
This is the fastest, easiest one. This is if you're in trouble, you got 10 minutes to get out the door and shower and have food and...
Get your makeup on and you literally have 10 minutes. That's my life. That's my life every day.
Now, this one's simple. Simply our gluten-free bread, avocado, a little bit of olive oil and salt to finish. And our spread is going to consist of chickpeas, lemon juice, and a little bit of coconut oil.
Okay.
So obviously first thing you need to do is, this is how quick this is. Throw your bread in the toaster. And we'll do 2 slices. And in the meantime, now you can make your spread, but this is also something that's great to do a day in advance. So you get 3 or 4 days out of it, and it's actually delicious. It's great with veggies. It's almost like a mock hummus. So you're gonna get your chickpeas right in here. Simply a little bit of lemon juice. I like a little bit more.
Okay.
Just to give it that really bold flavor, which will actually go well with the avocado, the creaminess of the avocado. And
Coconut oil.
you're gonna put a bit of salt in there. Keep pressing your ingredients down on the side, and you're gonna end up simply with what looks like a paste.
Okay.
Now, like I said, this one I use quite a bit of lemon juice in because I really like that acidic shot. So your toast is done. Spread ready to go. Just a nice little simple press there. Your avocado on top. Finish it with a little love.
A little love.
Some affection. A little bit of olive oil.
Nice.
Here's your avocado toast.
This is probably going to be my go-to meal because I'm always a late person.
You are definitely hitting it out of the park. I mean, the creaminess of the avocado mixed in with the crunchiness of the toast, and it's good toast, by the way. It's holding up well, as you can see.
And the nice citrus bit in the spread.
And
It just
spread.
you probably finished that by the time you got to your car when you were late for work.
Y'all, this is definitely something you need to try. Absolutely love this.
It's also a great snack. You don't just need
It
to
is a
have it
snack,
for
yeah.
breakfast on the way out. You know, in between meals, you can have it as a lunch.
Let me finish this, and then we can continue recording.
Thank you so much, Nelson. I don't know what to say. Everything you made just melted in my mouth. I mean, breakfast so good. I may actually convert to being a morning person. Or not. But thank you, it was absolutely delicious.
It was my pleasure. Thanks for coming out. Now just remember, a lot of these ingredients that we got here today are off the shelf at Hurley's or they're locally sourced products. Support your local farmers, all the way from the bananas that we used in our Ackee no salt fish, our fresh herbs, and our gluten-free products, where we do have a full line out there as well.
Use it to my ears. I love it. I love Hurley's, everything fresh, local produce. What more can you ask for? Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you were inspired by what you saw and that you'll create these delicious dishes at home for yourself and your families. I take food very seriously, and I always make sure that I'm using high-quality ingredients that I can trust. And I personally can't think of a better place to shop for local fresh produce than at Hurley's. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Ciao!